We live in a time where if a nice guy tries to take a woman out and treat her to a cheesecake, that woman will film him and laugh at him on social media. And then the whole country gets into a debate. Was he in the wrong? And what should this guy do now? I don't think there is a debate. Because regardless of the specifics, if someone who's basically a perfect stranger films you trying to treat them to a dinner, and then they post a video of you on social media mocking you, you immediately cast them back out into the dating abyss where they belong, and they can become someone else's nightmare ex-wife. Hello, friends. My name is Maria, and welcome to The Other Half, where we know attraction is not just about looks. We also need to take care of the inner half, because we are being too nice to self-centered people who don't care about how their actions affect your future. And if you're like me and you're tired of being nice to people who kick you in the gut, and the best way I found to stop being so nice to people who wouldn't spare a slice of cheesecake to save my life, then grab a bottle of nail polish and let's talk. I think one of the most poisonous things that begins to happen to good guys, they start to believe that they are losers because they see these guys who are cleaning up on dating apps all over social media. You know, Chadley McBackwards cap with the clean sweater and the sneakers, you know the look. Well, attraction isn't just about looks, and those guys are going to find that out the hard way. Because all these hot women that they laugh at and hook up with and they brag about not even having to buy them dinner to get into their pants, they're not going to have any respect for them if they ever had any respect for women in the first place. Because there is a reason why they think using people is okay, and it didn't come from anything positive. And I believe they will struggle in the future. You know, I've never been a guy, but I would guess that that habit of the constant dopamine hit from all the sexual variety would be a really hard habit to break. Maybe they end up cheating because they no longer see hooking up as a big deal. It doesn't mean anything to them anymore. But how your actions affect the person that you have committed to a relationship with should mean something. And if you're in a relationship with a man or a woman who blatantly humiliates and disrespects you, and you can't understand why it feels like your feelings don't matter, it's because they didn't like you long before they ever met you. It's not personal. They were always busy emasculating men and using women because they don't like them. But make no mistake, if you end up with one of these people, they will blame you as the source of all of their problems. I was once watching a Corey Wayne video, and he talks a lot about not letting women bulldoze over you. And I made a comment down below. Well, immediately, a gentleman swooped in and said, "You just want a guy that treats you like trash." He was actually one of my first subscribers, and if you're still watching, hi. And if you are a woman watching, let me know if you agree with this. But I tried to explain to him that I don't think it's that we want to be treated like trash. Some of us just haven't learned the difference between an assertive guy who knows his boundaries and a bad guy. But all we do know is we don't want a guy who is too nice, too easy. And here is the difference. Texting a woman the day after a date just to say you had fun isn't too easy. Texting a woman back isn't too easy. Giving a woman that you fancy a box of chocolates for Valentine's Day just because you think she's pretty and you like her, that's not too easy. Taking a woman out to dinner and footing the bill is not being too easy, but allowing a woman to humiliate you or tear you down, your character, and then still going out on more dates, still answering her texts, that's being too easy. And no matter what is on the menu that night, you are the nice guy that's gonna get cooked alive because now she knows she can treat you however she wants. Women like this will marry you, divorce you, and take whatever they can squeeze out of you ruthlessly. And I'm not trying to be dramatic or pessimistic. I'm trying to be realistic because if you think about it, she has already shown you she doesn't care how you feel. And 10 years later in divorce court, that fact will not have changed. I'm trying to tell you, I've watched this happen more than once. And being realistic helped me more than anything when it came to my relationships. I learned to meet reality right where it was. If a man was taking pot shots at me to cut me down a peg now, he'll be doing it meaner and louder for years behind closed doors later. If a woman is embarrassing you in public now, she will be destroying your reputation later. People like this didn't like you long before they ever met you. They have an extremely negative bias that eventually poisons their mind and ruins their relationships. But it's not everybody. Abusers are small people with big microphones, but they do not represent all of humankind. And maybe you're in a tough emotional spot right now where you think that you go on a date and a woman laughs at you and you're like, man, I'm a loser. God, I must have had that coming. Well, I want you to take a hard look at the actions and really compare them. Who is the loser in this situation? You meet a woman, maybe online. You give her a few compliments. You show up on time. You look nice. You smell nice. You're doing your best. You fully intend to treat her to the meal. Maybe she shows up on time. She looks at you like she's got a chip on her shoulder against all men, kind of like she's already ready to blast you. And then she films you and laughs at you because you're trying to take her out to eat. We internalize so much. Oh, I got stood up. I must be a loser. Why? Because you're the one who made the commitment and showed up to your commitment? They didn't. They're the ones losing out because at least you tried. And as you get older over the years, one of the things you're going to hear a lot is good people do what they say they're going to do. It only feels different in the dating situation because, I think with romance, we're all brought back to that insecure place when it comes to love, right? We all just want to be loved for who we are. But remember, when someone's getting to know you, they don't really know who you are. So learn to pay attention to someone who is bulldozing over you before they're even giving you a chance to get to know you, and tell yourself like, oh yeah, that's right. Has anything ever gone well for me in an atmosphere, maybe growing up, where no one cared to really listen to what I had to say or try to get to know me or interested in anything that I was doing? I'm going to guess that it didn't work out for you. And that's why you're clicking on videos like this one. Anyone who escapes a toxic relationship with an emotional bully will often tell you they've never been in better shape. They've had the glow up of their lives. Meanwhile, while they were in that relationship, being made a fool of, well, they weren't doing so hot. It's the person you are with that makes the difference, even if you're just with yourself and you love yourself. Because have you ever noticed that people, men and women, if they cherish something, they take really good care of it. Like oftentimes you'll go to someone's house and they have this thing that they love. Maybe it's a vehicle or a pool table or an entertainment system, but it's beautiful. It's well taken care of. It's cherished. That's why having a partner who loves and cherishes you and the relationship, you will thrive. But none of it matters unless you learn how to cherish yourself first. Maybe we shouldn't make fun of guys who try to take you to certain restaurants, like family-style restaurants, because maybe that's where he's at in his mindset. He's ready to have a family, or he's a really family-oriented guy. Maybe that's not where you are, and that's okay. Dating is a process of getting to know people, not shaming them for just trying to be themselves. We aren't all looking for the same thing. And you know what? Maybe you just haven't been beat up in love enough to know that maybe, and this is something that I actually didn't appreciate until I had it. It's really nice to have a man who wants to treat you to the Cheesecake Factory, instead of a guy that wants to take you to a wine bar, get you liquored up, hook up with you, and ghost you never to be seen again, or splash you all over social media and laugh at you for being so easy. Please do not stop being the kind of good man who's happy to pay for a date. All women are not jerks. If they were, I wouldn't have any friends, because I don't hang out with jerks. But you don't know who the jerks are until you take the risk of being willing to spend a little time with them. So commit to showing up for yourself, because your relationship goals matter. And if it turns out they are a jerk, throw them back into the dating world and let all these miserable people just date each other. You do the best you can for yourself, and you do the best you can for people around you. You make the commitment to show up, and I promise you, if you do this consistently, you will find the person who is excited to show up for you too. And the next time you are out with anyone who tries to shame you simply for existing, just laugh and say, "Peach, please." If you like this video, you'll like this one too. My name is Maria Adriana. You did not have to live my life, but I certainly hope you can learn something from it. As always, thank you for visiting The Other Half.